what's going on, folks? Welcome back to Lucy. Look. Do you think they're used to that? Did you see that? They were sitting in it, and as soon as I shoot and jumped out, they jumped out. Wonder if they're used to it because I do it at the animals every day.
Maybe.
That might be.
What's going on here?
Can you not choke her? What are you doing? Millie. Anyways, what is going on, folks? Welcome back to another episode. Exciting video for you guys. We are hopefully going to be shooting a deer in this episode. That is the plan, but you guys already know the drill. Before today's video gets started, link down below is the new beefcake merch. We've got hunting stuff, working stuff, all sorts of good stuff. This hoodie, this hat. What do you got going on there? Look at that. Oh, we're wearing the same hat.
Same hat.
Really? What do you got on there, though?
It's OG hoodie.
OG right there. So it'll be linked down below if you guys want beefcake merch. We've been selling out of some stuff. Again, some stuff has come back. We're trying as hard as we can to keep it stocked up. So if you guys see anything that you guys like, get it while you can. And you can get 15% off if you use promo code FLAIR. We've got some hunting gear on there as well for the deer guys that are watching this, since we're going deer hunting. There's some of that on there as well. But today's episode, the plan is we need to kind of re-strategize a little bit. So Pool Jet and I, we went deer hunting.
That was a great success.
How'd that go?
Not a success.
Yeah, it was not a success. It didn't help that we showed up and our blind was 40 yards from where. Why are you guys always fighting? I don't understand. This is all day long. All day. Look at this. Oh. This is a WWE. We could live stream this. We could do a pay-per-view of this. Look at this. I don't know why they do this. They're always just like wrestling and rumbling and doing puppy things. It's all in friendly play. I don't want you guys thinking we have a dog fighting ring. Like, clearly they're not fighting. They're playing around. But we got to re-strategize here. So basically what happened is I set up blinds. It was actually when I had COVID, so this was many weeks ago. Set them up, brushed them in, and set up some cameras by them, and been watching does, bucks, all sorts of nice deer walk past them for the last few weeks. Finally, opener came, and I was like, cool, let's go. Went out there, and the blind had blown away, basically. We had to reset it up. Oh, God. Millie's getting pissed. Oh, God, they both got the zoomies. This isn't good for anybody here. Basically, the blind got yeeted. We had to reset it up. We made a bunch of noise. I'm sure we spread our scent. We didn't have the greatest wind ever. Didn't see anything until 15 minutes before sunset. I saw a doe out of the corner of my eye. It walked in front of us, and then it got blocked by these trees. That's the point of today's video. We're going to take them out. And then it flanked us, got right behind us. It was like 50 yards behind us on my neighbor's property, and started blowing at us, letting us know that, hey, it caught us. It knew something was up. So was it our smell? I don't know. Was it the fact that we put the blind up and then hunted it in the same day to where it had been walking? Because the whole time I see these cameras, I'm like, they're walking past the blind. They don't even notice it, but the blind wasn't even there. I don't know when the blind got blown away. It could have been a week or two ago. So was it blowing at us? Was it blowing at the blind? Was it blowing at our scent? What do you guys think? I'm not sure. I don't know enough about deer to really know, like, do they really blow at a blind? But how would you know? It's kind of like if a tree falls in the woods, does it make a sound kind of thing? Because how would you know if it was just the blind? Because there's no human that could verify that, right? I guess unless like they had it on trail camera video, because otherwise the human's there, and then it would be the human scent. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting like Einstein with this deal. I'm thinking too far into it. Either way, we got busted. The deer knew something was up. Whether it was us or the blind, we're not sure. So we're gonna go out there. But the thing is, even though the deer busted us, if it were to come back tonight, for example, we're not gonna hunt tonight, but if it comes back tonight and we clear the trees that we're about to clear out, I could have shot it. So we're gonna clear a lane where that deer came from, assuming that it was already on its normal route and it just ended up skirting us, because it probably goes in front of us and then comes up the trail in front of us. It caught us, so it went around. But on the trail that it comes out of, we could have shot it if the trees weren't there. So what I'm saying is we are gonna go down there and cut down some trees. We're gonna take the pups along with us, which I know probably getting Lucy's scent everywhere and Millie's scent everywhere is probably not the best thing for deer, but coyotes are always running around there anyways. These guys, they need some exercise. They need something to do. So they're gonna tag along with us, and we've got some chainsaws, and we got the pole saw. You haven't seen this. I whipped this thing out when I was building the blinds earlier. Game changer. Because you can sit in the blind, and if there's a limb in your way, you just like poke it out and you can cut it. It's game changer. So these are electric too, so not loud. I mean, we're gonna make some sound, but we're not gonna be running a loud chainsaw. My plan, set this up, cut down some trees, use the trees to rebrush the blind. I mean, this thing needs to look like a bush. Leave the camera set out and keep an eye on the cameras. Does the deer come back tonight or morning? 3 or 4 days. As long as the deer start moving again through that area within the next week before season ends here, we should be okay, which I'm confident that's gonna happen. The thing is, if they don't, there's lots of other places on my property. We can go set up a new blind, throw a ghillie suit on and just roll with that. I mean, that'd be interesting. Just you and me in a ghillie suit, we just start crawling around.
We're in the same ghillie?
Different ghillie suits. Different ghillie suits. But we just crawl around and find deer.
I'm down.
If you guys want to see a ghillie suit deer hunting channel, let me know. But we're gonna head out there to the spot. I'm gonna check the cameras, make sure there's no deer out there right now, because if there is, I'm gonna go grab the pew over there and lay down the hammer. But I'm guessing after the doe started freaking out, our scent is everywhere, it's gonna take a few days for the deer to get back. I mean, we've been watching these deer. I've had cameras out there for the last 2 months. We've got some native deer, some locals. Mainly does. There's like one decent buck, nothing too crazy. So we're good for a doe or a buck though. I mean, at this point we're filling the freezer. That's the goal. This freezer over here that is filled with cheese and rice. Not actually cheese and rice. Those are the names of my pigs that are in here. Cheese and rice here. Look at that bacon. There's still lots of room. You see that? Lots of room. We could put lots of deer in there. So we got it. We're going after whatever. So with that being said, we're gonna load up the mule, take the pups with us, cut down some trees. Really?
She wants some bacon.
She says, give me some of that cheese and rice. And we'll see you guys out there. Shoo! We made it, folks. First off, look at the fit. This is mint.
Yeehaw, brother.
Yeehaw, brother. It's cold out here. It's like the first day it's been cold. So here's the blind in the daylight. Yeah, I know. Looks like a bag of wieners. Dude, when I built this, though, it was legit. And then it flew over there. So here's the path here. So we saw the deer walk that way and then ended up going up on the hill, down the hill, back, and pulled that salt right back here behind us. So we need to clear out these trees. These are the problem trees. All these cedars, which is good because we can clear them out and then use them to rebrush. We actually could probably save some and rebrush another blind if we want to stick one up. But there's a really nice trail that the deer use. It didn't use it because it smelled us, but you know, if you're a deer and you look up and you see that wasn't there yesterday, like, you're obviously gonna think something of it. It's not brushed in very well. So let's see, how's that stick going? Or is that a bone? Come here. There's a bone. Come here. No, come here.
I think it's a stick.
Is it a stick or a bone? No, you come. No, it's a bone, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Does it look like a stick?
Here. Good job.
Good girl.
So oh dude, there's a lot of, see, if only we weren't about scaring, we just take the old brush cutter. But I don't want to make that much noise. That's a lot of noise. I mean, we're making noise now, but we planned it. It's noon. They should be out bedding right now or feeding somewhere else. They shouldn't really be coming through here. But there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Dude, there's a lot.
There's a lot more than I thought. I thought there was
But
like 5.
we can knock them out pretty quick. The thing is, we don't have to necessarily drag them all up there either. Just knock them down, take a couple, and then the rest we can just push off to the side. But we have to clear these out because this is where the deer was. So you can see this green trail. It went, but instead of coming right here and then shooting up, which is the idea, right? You can see the blind. It went up that hill and around the terrace and back. So we got to clear these out, because if we clear these out, next time the deer comes down, even if it wants to skirt us, I could take a shot if it's standing in that corner, which is where I saw it when we went hunting. So that's kind of the idea. So we're just gonna start hacking them down. Like I said, we don't have to drag them all up. I mean, honestly, like if you just cut them and lay them down, and we can use the winch on the mule and drag them out if we want to, chain them up and stuff. But the idea is we want the blinds up there. We want to make sure this is a nice big clear shooting lane for if the deer come down here. I honestly didn't expect the deer to come down here. I expect them to come from that trail. But deer are going to do whatever deer want to do, so you kind of have to adapt a little bit. But with that being said, let's get to cutting. Look at it, no more trees. We left some down there. So here's kind of the POV, what we're dealing with the blind. Lucy, come here. What do you got? You got another deer bone, buddy. Come here. Hey, show everybody your bone. Come here. Let me show everybody your bone. Okay, there you go. Good job. So here's the view now. So see how you can see. Classic. The green path is what we need to see. So from the blind, well, actually even up higher, we need to scoot the blind about 5 to 8 feet that way. Now you can see the path. We left these trees though. We actually started cutting some of these down, but we stopped because here's my thinking, and I'm no expert, clearly. But you wipe all these out. If the deer starts walking up this trail, it's basically got a clear view at you, and you have a clear view at it, which that's the idea when you're talking about using a pew instead of a bow for hunting. But My thought is by the time they're here, they're so close to you, they've got to hear you, smell you, whatever. At least stop them from seeing you. So they kind of get there, they maybe get right here and they get suspicious. They can't visually see. We left a clump of trees right there. So if the deer's on the other side of these trees, we can't see it, they can't see us. The second they stick their body out to investigate what they're smelling, because they're so close to us, we can shoot it. Otherwise, if you take these out, it's a clear strip, which again, you know, assuming the deer doesn't hear or see or smell you, it just walks up and you want that opening. But my theory is they're so close, it's gonna be, I mean, you're talking 75-yard shot to here. Leave these trees, that way you've got a little visual breakup between you and the deer. Also, if the deer's walking and it gets behind there, that gives you, you know, a quick 5-10 seconds to kind of readjust, get the cameras ready, get the rifle ready, whatever it might be, versus if it turns that corner, you basically cannot move, otherwise you're gonna spook it. So that's just gonna give us a little bit of flexibility. As soon as it tucks itself in there, you can kind of get away with moving around because they're gonna hear, they're gonna do this, they're gonna do deer things, and they're gonna keep walking, they're gonna peek their head around this corner, and then buddy will be blinded by the light. So we got the oh god, Millie, did you steal the bone, buddy? Go find the other bone. You had 2 at some point. So trees are done, we're both soaked in sweat, but we've got some brush up there. We're gonna go ahead and move the blind over and get staked down, so don't go nowhere, rebrush it, repack it, and we're gonna just call it good until we start, you know, give it a few days, and then we'll come sit and see. Hopefully if something gets kind of used to the new blind setup. I mean, there's no trees here, they're gonna notice something, but deer, I mean, they're gonna, after a couple days, they'll get used to it. So with that being said, let's get this blind brushed up. Look at that guy right there. Well, honestly, it's not as good as the first time I did, I will say that, but it's as close as we're gonna get it. We had it on that flat ground, now it's kind of tilted, but we did it so then boom, look at that path right there. You can see all down there, you can see that lane, you can see, well, you can kind of see that lane from inside there, you can see it, but this is as good as we're gonna get it. Brushed in wise, I mean, looks like a bush. The idea is hopefully the deer keep coming by this camera. We get all sorts of pictures because it's a little T intersection, one way, right in the middle with the camera. We're hoping we see some more. We're gonna go check out the other blind though, because like I said, when we came to this blind, it was basically blown away in the woods. The other one I did stake down, but you never know. So we're gonna go check that one out. I'll show you guys that one, so that way you can kind of see both setups in action, and then hopefully we'll do some hunting. You guys stay tuned. Shoo! Wow, I am such a good deer hunter. We might need to go reinforce that one because this one was staked down. And as you can see, there was a blind here. Well, yeah, I was wondering why I haven't seen any deer on this camera for a while. It's because we blocked the whole trail with the blind. Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. What a joke. I'm so good at deer hunting. The thing is, they sent me stakes that were like 3 inches freaking long. They didn't prepare me for Katrina. Look at this dude, it literally blocked the whole trail. No wonder nothing has been coming past that camera. Wow, I botched this. I botched it. Hey, I had an excuse. I had COVID when I did this, all right? I was delusional. Oh my God. Dude, you gotta be joking. All right, it all makes sense now, because like I haven't seen any deer on that camera for like a week, and I was like, man, maybe they stopped coming over here, or it's because we blocked the whole freaking road and freaked them out. Just better haul this guy back up here, see if it's broken. I don't think it's broken. I think we're okay.
A little wet inside.
Yeah, is it wet? It's been here for a minute. All right, well, I guess we'll take it up and we'll get this one brushed in. Well, it's not as good as it was the first time, I'll tell you that much, but there's only so much we can do. I think we'll be okay. We got shooting hole there for that, and then on this side, we've got another shooting hole right there for when they walk down that a lot, because this camera gets them walking. It's usually how I've noticed it is in the morning. They walk from the other blind in front of that, and then like 30 minutes later, pretty much the same deer looks like it's hitting here, and then it must go down there. Maybe it gets a drink at the pond, or I don't know what it does. But this spot here, I think is more of a morning spot. The other one, I like the evening. I see more deer in the evening there, more in the morning here. So just depends on when we want to hunt next. I'm just gonna wait. Look at this dog. You ever seen a cuter dog in your life? Millie, you excited for a deer? Lucy, ready to get a deer? My goal is to shoot a deer, go back and get Millie and Lucy and have them help me find it. I feel like it'd be kind of cool. Assuming that it's a good shot. I don't want them like chasing a wounded deer. But if I could get Lucy, I mean Millie's just there for moral support. But if I get Lucy to get used to, point her at the blood trail, get her to sniff it a little bit, and then get her hyped up like dead bird type thing. So she can find a deer. Might come in handy one day. You never know when you shoot a big giant buck, and whether it's a good shot or not, you lose it, you lose blood or whatever. Having a dog that's been in that situation before would come in handy. So that's my goal. My goal is to shoot one and go grab Lucy and get her on the blood trail and have her find it, essentially. I don't know, maybe it's a good idea, maybe it's not a good idea. I feel like anytime that I can bring something, this little guy, look at that guy. We got the cutest dogs ever. You guys, you're cute. Anyways, blinds are set up, cameras are out. It's just a waiting game now. We're gonna wait. My guests, I bet after 2 days they'll start moving in here, so I think on the 3rd day. So give it like 72 hours and we're gonna pick a blind and sit in it and hopefully get the first deer down in the backyard. You guys stay tuned. Shoo! We are ready to go, folks. We got everything. We're looking orange. You're looking orange. You're looking like a orange beefcake.
I'm orange as heck.
Well, we're getting kind of a late start. 5 a.m. Wow. Nope. 5 p.m. That means we have 2 solid hours. By the time we get to the blind, we'll have 2 solid hours. Which I know some of you guys might be thinking, whatever. But here's the thing: if we can sneak in the blind as the deer are moving, that's less time for our scent to get in the air and start moving around and stuff. So as long as the deer aren't there and we don't spook them as we're going to the blind, it's actually a good thing. The less time you spend in the blind, actually, the better. Gives it more time for your scent to get out there and all that stuff. So anyways, with that being said, we're gonna go out there and sit and we'll see what happens. Buck, doe, it don't matter. If it's brown, it's down. All right, folks, we're in the blind. We're ready to go. Last time we were here, a doe came in right at sunset. So I've got the pew aimed. I got the pew aimed that way. We also have an opportunity to come from there. I can't see anything from that side. So if it comes from there, we're just gonna have to wait for it to walk in front of us and hope for the best. Because there's no shot. So we're banking on coming from the west or coming from the north. There's no wind. We sprayed ourselves down with all the scent stuff, We have 2 hours. That's him. You see him? I got him. Dude, it's the buck. It was the buck from this morning. Really? Yeah. He's right here. He's right here. I got him. This is a perfect steady shot. Broadside. I didn't even have to stop him. He's right here. He's standing right behind that tree. You can see him right here. You can see him standing. Yeah. No, you cannot. He might be laying down. I don't know. It looks like I see his fur. You can see. So I just took a shot. Dude, I'm shaking, bro. Bulljet, he couldn't see because of the brush. We were hearing something walk around. Big buck, nice buck. Not a giant, but a nice buck. I got on camera this morning. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I posted, should you shoot it or should it not? It's the guy I just shot. He's a really old buck. Looks like 4 or 5. His rack's decent. Nothing crazy. But I was even talking to Lunker Stevie, and he said, shoot him. He said he's mature. He goes, if you don't shoot him, he'll die of old age. We shot him. You guys couldn't see it. He walked right down the path. I want to roll the clip of the day I set this blind up for the first time. I said, I've got a feeling when I shoot a deer, it's going to come from there, and that's exactly where it came from. We heard it walking. It turned the corner and looked right at us. I'm looking down. He's moving his head. Right there. See it? He's walking. Hold on. He's walking, isn't he? Yep, that's not good. was like a 60-yard shot. That's a good shot. Dude, I shot the amount of smoke that came from this gun.
I inhaled a good amount.
I couldn't, like, my gun was not shaking. I aimed right behind the shoulder. I don't know, like, I don't know if I got him. Like, I didn't see any blood going anywhere. But, Pooch, I can see him right now on camera. He's just scrolling. He's walking, which I know that it can take a long time for them to bleed out, so. Dude, I'm literally shaking. It's my first buck ever. We got him in the backyard. But, if he's still standing, we're gonna have to sit here. We can't leave. We're gonna have to sit here for at least an hour. It's 6:30. I'm gonna give him until 7:30, and we'll go look for him. I'm thinking they're gonna come from there. A lot of deer hang out. This is, I mean, it's pretty blocked in there, pretty good. All right, folks, it's been 2 hours. Most people wait 45 minutes to an hour. I just don't want to lose my first buck. So we've been sitting in here. We got the gun reloaded, just in case. You never know. Sometimes it could have been a little bit behind, a little low, a little high. We saw it bed down. You guys, I believe, saw it bed down. We haven't heard it move since. And it's in, you know, dead leaves. I think we would have heard it. I think it just laid down and died. But we've got a light and a gun. Let's go find this thing. Haven't found any blood yet, but this is where I shot him. But we know where he went to go lay down, so let's start heading that direction.
Yeah? Yeah. Is he dead?
Yep. See the white?
Oh, yep.
I think that's him, dude.
Think so?
We gotta sneak up on him just in case, but I think that's him. He's toast. He's toast, bro. He's toast. 150 yards from the blind.
Yeah, he went a good distance.
That's it though. 100 yards, that's not that bad. We
What?
got him, bro.
We didn't even hear him too. That's what's weird.
We got him. Dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh. We did it, bro. We did it. Look at that. 8 point. We about to have a problem here.
Did he come back to life?
Did you hear him?
No.
He growled.
Really? I mean, he looks dead to me.
I've seen this in movies before. This was the opposite, so that we should have an exit wound here. Right here. Blood. Look, right there. There's a little bit.
You sure?
Yeah, look at the blood right there, buddy.
A little bit, but...
They said muzzle loaders. Right here. My finger's in it.
Oh, yep.
Is that not a good shot?
That is a really good shot, yeah.
Look.
That's perfect.
Look, my finger's in the hole. That sounded weird, but...
Anyway.
Look. That's it.
Wow.
So muzzle loaders just don't tear them.
Why we couldn't find blood.
They don't tear them. There's no blood. Dude, this is the exit wound side, guys. There's no blood. How do people find deer with muzzle loaders? That is wild. That's exit wound side. And look, it's perfect. That's right where you want it. You can see where the arm is. Right here. In the bone. Look, it went right above the bone. That's a perfect shot. I knew I had a good shot. Dude, look how much meat is on this guy.
He's a thick boy.
This is a thick boy. Oh, see it. Oh, what happened? Oh, no, those are ticks, dude. That's not even where I hit him. So I hit him on this side. That's a big boy. He's got ticks right there. That ain't good. Wow. Wow. Look at this. First deer ever in the backyard. First buck ever. Now, some of you guys might be commenting, this buck, you know, the rack isn't that big. You should have passed on it. Look at his nose. I was texting Lunkers. He said this is called a Roman nose, where it looks like this. He says it's a really old deer, and its brisket is really kind of low hanging, and their bellies are low hanging. That's how you know it's an older deer. And I saw it on trail cameras. I even posted on Instagram. I was like, should we shoot it or not? And Rob was like, dude, you know, his rack's not gonna get any bigger. You know, maybe a little, but he's not gonna get any big wide rack off of him type thing. It's just not good genetics. So Rob told me he would take it off my land if it was him, because he was an older buck. Look at that. Dude, that feels so good, bro. I can't even tell you how good that feels. I mean, it was just a few days ago we were resetting that blind too. I don't even know how, like, what are the odds? Like, he comes right down that trail that I called. I was like, dude, they're gonna come down this trail. That's a big boy. That feels so good, dude. Well, we're gonna have to, we'll field dress him and tag him, and we're gonna take him back, and I'll probably end up giving this to a place to process it. But we are gonna take the tenderloins out of this guy today, and then tomorrow we're gonna cook them. So we're gonna do a fresh deer catch, clean, cook on my first buck. Well, folks, it's the next day. Pool Jet and I got the deer gutted and hung up. I think I can show you this. I mean, it's a dead deer, but there's not too much blood, so hopefully YouTube doesn't punish me for this. But there's the deer. You can see how big it is. I mean, this is a, I want to say it's a 10-foot ceiling. I mean, this is a big freaking deer. But we got her tagged. She's ready to rock and roll. And I am taking it straight to the taxidermist right now. I don't think I'm going to film there, but I will definitely update you guys on what I decide to get. I mean, I'm going to get a shoulder mount. I'm going to get the cape done. I don't know what direction I'm going to have the deer look. Probably just straight, to be honest. But I'm going to go take it up there right now. I got to load it on the truck, take it. We've got the tenderloins soaking in some salt water right now, getting some of that blood out. So hopefully tastes delicious. So we're going to go drop this off, come back, and get to cooking. But I wanted to show you guys, this was our setup in order to hang it and let it dry and air out. Just hang it from the old shop loft and get a bunch of the bad stuff, the red colored stuff everywhere in the new shop. I need to really have like a dedicated building for this if I want to keep shooting all these deer. But anyways, that's that. First buck down on the ground. We'll see you guys at lunch. Shoo! Here we go, folks. We are ready to cook these guys. Banjo's back. You missed my first.
I'm killing the deer.
You missed my first buck kill.
Yeah. Didn't miss. I'm kind of surprised. You sent me a picture and I was like, "You shot that?"
Yeah. See, I didn't miss. It was a good shot, but muzzleloader. I don't know. I'm not like I got lucky for sure. But here is the tenderloin, but it's cut in half. Believe it or not. Been soaking in salt water. That's why it's got that color. That's what it actually came out looking like, and now the outside's got that pale color. It sat for 2 days, salt water, and I changed the water 3 times a day. So you like literally soak it in water, dump a bunch of salt in it, throw it in the fridge every like 6-7 hours. You change it to where basically the water was crystal clear right when we took them out, meaning there should be no blood, which is where you get your gamey taste. We cut out 2 tenderloins from them, so this is one. So originally it looked something like that, but that's a lot of meat, even for 3 beefcakes, I should say. We're not like super hungry. We didn't want to just eat a ton, and I also kind of want to save it in case I don't prepare it great today. A lot of people smoke these things. We don't have time today to smoke it. I want to do it how I traditionally do steak, but if it turns out like poop, we've got a backup plan. That way we can smoke it if it doesn't turn out good, or maybe do jerky. I know jerky's kind of frowned upon for this cut of meat, but I bet it'd be really good. So here we go though. We got ducks. This is the all meat and the wild game. We're gonna do 1v1 to see which one we like more. I've got a feeling I'm probably gonna like this one. It's got a little bit more smoky spice, but you never know. This is good on pretty much everything. So we're gonna go ahead and get these guys covered up really nice and well. Pack that in there, flip it on over. Some nice good crust on it, some nice flavor. Don't forget on the sides, roll it in there. Oh yeah. How do you like that, Banjo? You like that?
Good.
It does look really good, I will say.
I'm excited.
I think it's gonna be good. I'm gonna go pretty heavy on seasoning. I want that bold flavor. And then this is more mild. Not that that's spicy, but it's basically just smells like goodness. So we're gonna go ahead and, yeah, a little garlicky, a little bit of salt, pepper, all that, just some more, I don't know, tame flavors. Not quite as smoky, but equally as delicious. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, pack that in there, flip it on over, do the other side. And I'm gonna cook it on a high heat, which again, I know is not usually how you cook something like this, but I'm gonna prepare it like I do my steaks. How I normally cook a steak, 500 degrees, 500 degrees on the grill. That way it cooks really fast, hopefully heating up the outside, giving it a little bit of a crust. There's not a lot of fat on it, so you're not gonna get a really good crust, but you don't want the internal temp to get too warm. If you overcook deer, it's gonna be chewy. You want the inside to be like 125 to 135. So we're gonna throw it on high, probably 2-3 minutes, flip it, and then I'm gonna shove a probe in it, and that way we don't overcook it. Did that get you excited? Banjo's excited for this meat. You guys stay tuned. Shoo, Lucy, it's ripping, buddy. All right, got the all meat. That sizzle. Oh yeah. Oh, hang on. Spread it out. There we go. All right, like I said, we're gonna try to cook it fast and furious, which is the exact opposite of what I read online about venison, but I'm confident it's gonna turn out good. Shoo, look at those little guys. All right, take them off. They're like 125, 130. Oh yeah, little bits of meat. Wrap them up in the old blanket. You gotta wrap them in the tin foil and then let them rest for about 10 minutes or so. Seal up the freshness, make it ultra juicy. See you guys inside. Banjo, go ahead and unwrap my burrito.
Shoo.
Big promo guy.
Yep.
What's that looking like?
Ooh, that smells really good.
Look at them juices. Oh, wait, hang on. Gotta let the juices go back through.
You're spilling.
All right, rip. Trying to get the juices to go back up on top. Oh, they
It
did.
worked.
It worked, yeah.
Dude, that smells fire. So
Look
this
at
is
that.
wild game.
Yeah, we got wild game, then we've got all meat right there. The wild game shrunk up a little bit.
dipping sauce.
That's our dip sauce right there, guy. All right, let's give this guy a slice and see what it looks like.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's medium rare there, boys. That's all you.
Do a little,
Give her hell.
a little dip.
Dude, it seems tender. It seems super tender. How'd we do? Oh wow, not chewy at all. Oh no.
No, that's a great steak.
Whoever's telling you to cook it slow, they ain't got it figured out. That took us like, what, maybe 10 minutes? Nah.
That smoky flavor on that.
Okay.
That was better than last year's.
Dude,
I remember last year's.
look at
I
this.
liked it a lot.
That's perfection right there.
Like, you don't even need a knife to cut that.
No, it's literally the like most tender piece of cut meat ever. Like, look at this, just like, I think it's partly because I soaked it, partly just because like that's perfect. Everything I read online was low and slow. Now I'm cutting. Okay, you're supposed to cut against the grain. I know all you food critics. You're supposed to cut like that, but all right. So this is all meat. We just had wild game. Here's all meat. Oh God, that's really good too.
Wild game's better, but that's amazing.
Wow, that to me tastes a little bit more like steak.
That one was a little juicier.
It's a little juicier, yeah. That reminded me just.
That was more like a tenderloin, like a pork tenderloin.
I say that reminds me of steak. That's more
so
tenderloin. Pool J, you got to be the tiebreaker here. Well, actually, I'm voting wild game, so.
Yeah.
But you still gotta try. All right, that's your wild game.
This is wild game.
Yep.
Ooh,
Dude.
I'd take this over steak any day.
Dude, isn't it good though?
That's really good.
I think the saltwater soak and obviously the
I think
Dutch
soaking
seasoning.
it helped a lot.
There's no game like I've had venison where you're like that's not steak. All right. Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh, that one reminded me of steak more. I don't know if it was the area I cut off. Like this was like a little. This just was super tender. The wild game one was like almost like falling apart. That had like more of a substance of a steak.
I'm about to say
texture.
wild game also.
Wild, the taste. It's the flavor.
Yeah, the flavor's too good.
Okay, so the all meat is really good, but when you're talking about the grilling vibes, the flavorful, I mean, it just hits you right in the cheek. The wild game. I mean, we're talking about wild game here. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've got to cut another piece off of this guy. I mean, getting the old au jus here. Dude, no game taste. Zero.
You'd never
Literally
know that was a
zero. When I say zero, I mean like couldn't even tell. I could give this to anybody and they would say it's steak. Soak your meat in salt water for at least a day or two. I mean, I did a couple days, but you change the thing is you gotta change the water. If it's soaking in water that's filled with blood, that's not doing you any good. You gotta change the water. I usually just take the salt shaker, dump a bunch of salt in there, not a ton, maybe like 2 tablespoons worth. Let it soak. It seems to help kind of extract it. Plus, I'm sure the salt somewhat absorbs in the meat, in a sense, which doesn't hurt anything either. And change it out until the water's either crystal clear or just has a little bit of a tint. But you'll know the first round that you stick it in there and soak overnight, it's gonna come out like super, super red water. You gotta change the water, do it. I'm telling you guys, whether it's duck, whether it's deer, literally anybody would say that this is just normal steak. You would have no idea that it's venison. So I'm excited. We took the deer to the butcher and I took it to the taxidermist. So it is getting full mounted, full shoulder mount, as well as getting processed. We've got jalapeno cheddar brats, cheddar summer sausage, snack sticks, and jerky is what I had. And all the back straps are cut into steaks and the whatever roast is on it got cut into steaks as well. So you'll be seeing us eat more deer in the future. But if you guys like the deer hunting videos, let me know in the comment section down below. I killed my first buck, super excited, but we do have the farm still. Millie, all right, we gotta give Millie some. You gotta be gentle. There you go. Did you even taste that? I don't think she even tasted. Finn, you want some? Give Finn a little bit of a bite. This is too good to give to dog. No, this is for Finno. Lucy, you gotta come get some too, buddy. You helped a lot for this. Hey, if we couldn't have found the deer, I would have had you to find it. So that's worth something. Be gentle. Ah! Oh my God! Are you nuts? Gentle! Did I speak Spanish? Did I stutter?
Do you even know how to say that in Spanish?
No. Despacito
really?
means slowly. That's gotta be close.
Sure.
Despacito! Right here. Hey. I'll keep Millie away. Don't worry. Gentle. Gentle. Oh, okay. Gentle. Okay. Well, all right. We're working on gentle with her still. That's all right. Puppies, they enjoyed it. But I was saying, if you like the deer videos, let me know because we still have the farm. I can still go take a deer another buck from the farm for rifle season. This was early muzzle loader. Also, we've got bow season, which I've got a crossbow that I can shoot as well. So if you guys enjoy the deer videos, let me know in the comment section down below and we will continue to go deer hunting. Thank you guys so much for watching. And remember, if you want any new Beefcake merch, link is down down in the description and get 15% off by using promo code FLAIR. We'll catch you in the next one.